Hello there, vinyl community. Elliot here, Lazy Dogs Records, and I'm here for a record review. Billy Strings and Bryan Sutton live at the Legion, uh, the uh, American Legion Post 82, Nashville, Tennessee. This album is recorded there. Just these two great acoustic guitarists. This is something, if you like guitar, you'll love this album. And most people are familiar with Billy Strings now. He is the hottest thing around. Uh, Bryan Sutton is about a generation older than Billy Strings. He's about 20 years older or so. And Bryan Sutton at one time was that hot young guitarist in the acoustic music world himself. I can remember when he was in his teens and we were beginning to hear about this guy. And he has made a great career uh, since he emerged from those prodigy years. He is a major session musician. Anytime they need an acoustic guitar in a recording, you can figure Bryan Sutton's the first name that pops up. He also, for the last over 20 years, he's been in the bluegrass band Hot Rise, Colorado band, uh, since 2002, I believe. And he has done solo work throughout all that time as a session musician and with Hot Rise. The only thing disappointing about Bryan Sutton is that he came along in the early 90s as a an artist that when he was recorded was only recorded for CD. You cannot get vinyl from Bryan Sutton. It is almost impossible to get any of his work on vinyl. So that problem is solved with this album. Two great guitarists, uh, not dueling it out, but working together, weaving in and out of each other's uh, play and not getting in each other's way at all, but instead just making some very, very beautiful music. So, so this is on Reprise Records. Uh, I got the standard black vinyl, and it's using the Reprise uh, label that we come to expect from Reprise from back in the old days. I guess that would be the vintage style label of Reprise. And this is a 2 record set. Gatefold, obviously. And the exact title is Billy Strings and Bryan Sutton live at the Legion, American Legion Post 82 in Nashville, Tennessee, April 7th, 2024 is when this was recorded. And the basics for this one, engineer was Simon Kemp. It was recorded and mixed by Brandon Bell. Patricia Sullivan mastered this for vinyl at Bernie Grudman's mastering. It's a flat. When I got it, it's flat, no issues with warping. I ordered it directly from the Billy Strings website and pre-ordered it, and it arrived a couple of days ago by FedEx. They didn't send it media mail; they sent it FedEx, so it was delivered to my door. As hot as it is in North Carolina right now, I don't know if that's the best idea because they laid it right there on my doorstep, but I got it soon after it was delivered, so no harm, no foul. Uh, the album comes with a liner notes, which is basically just the photograph, song listings, song titles, and writer credits, that sort of thing. The photographs here are done in kind of a grainy uh, style, uh, kind of faded. Some of them. Let me tell you who actually did the photographs. Uh, I know it's right here. Some photography by Joshua Black Wilkins. Joshua Black Wilkins did all these photos here. And since I got it from the Billy Strings website, there were several things thrown in the package there. Another little uh, insert here. Nothing, you know, just name of the album and live Legion when it's recorded. And I got 4 postcard type cards, all the same size, but just standard fare. That's the summer tour listings. It looks like he's in the Midwest right now. On the 12th, he's going to be in Fargo, North Dakota. So if you're in the area, stop by. Another one. Okay. So there's what came with it. I cleaned the record. No issues with with anything to do with any surface noise or anything like that. It played after a good cleaning. It played perfectly. It may have played perfectly before a good cleaning, but I always clean them first, so there's no doubt. Played with no issues whatsoever. Now this album is simply these two men on stage with 2 guitars, and they both sing on here, and they both work together flawlessly on this recording. I would say this album is, in a way, a tribute to all the great flat pickers that came before these two men. You talking the great Doc Watson, and the ghost of Doc Watson is all over this album. I mean, it really is. Several of the tunes are tunes that we know best as songs tunes recorded by Doc and Merle Watson, or just Doc Watson. And Norman Blake, who's still with us. But Norman Blake, there's a lot of Norman Blake on here. They do the song Norman wrote, Randall Collins, but they also do a lot of other songs that we associate with Norman Blake. And the playing itself, you can hear a lot of the late great Tony Rice in there, and of course the other flat pickers that have influenced folks along the way. I'm thinking of Dan Crary, for instance, and many others that have come before them. But if you're looking for the pyrotechnics of a big Billy Strings concert in a Coliseum, you're not going to get that. This is just bare bones basics, and I really like that. Most of the songs are traditional songs. They Billy Strings does some finger picking on "Don't Think Twice, It's All Right," the great Bob Dylan song, uh, and but they do classics, traditional songs like "Salt Creek," "Two Soldiers," uh, "Way Downtown." Uh, Delmore Brothers songs. They do 2 Delmore Brothers songs, Nashville Blues, which I associate with Norman Blake. Gonna Lay Down My Old Guitar, also a Delmore Brothers tune, and songs like Walk On Boy. Uh, let's see, Mary of the Wild Moor, traditional song where we actually hear Billy. We always hear the backstory about Billy and the difficult life he had growing up and the addictions and things like that. But we get to hear a little bit of the positive side of that with Mary of the Wild Moor, as he talks about his dad and he talks about his grandmother and his mother there. And so I think that's nice. A little remembrance in an intimate show like this in a small venue. Uh, this is just a wonderful album to enjoy. Anyone that enjoys acoustic guitar or guitar in general, I think will enjoy this. And it's called Live at the Legion. Billy Strings and Bryan Sutton. Each of them bring their own special playing to the occasion. They blend together beautifully, and it's like corn and butter beans. They just go together. So I'll close this out with a little music from this live album, and I want to remind everybody, please be kind to your neighbors, cause folks, we're all neighbors. Love your neighbor.